This is Max Convexity. Thanks for tuning in. Let's look at how these Defiance funds finished the day. All right, we'll start with Triple QI. These guys trade NASDAQ options. Here's a chart of the NASDAQ with some 30-minute bars. You can see at 1 o'clock this was going to be a full loss. They had to turn around at the end of the day and made a nice recovery. Unfortunately, that did not work out this way for S&P. S&P turned around also, but it did not turn around fast enough or hard enough or far enough to overcome the loss. We'll check the spreadsheet in a second. That's so S&P, they trade, or JEPY trades SPX options. Now we'll look at Russell. These guys trade, or IWMY trades Russell options, and similar thing. They turned around too at the same time, but did not turn around soon enough or go up far enough to avoid a loss. So we'll look at the spreadsheet. So on the spreadsheet, the first thing we can see is 4 of the 6 funds outperformed as far as the price goes, as far as the price that the market gave the fund. Triple QI, JPY, IWMY, and SPY-T all outperformed the market. However, Triple QI made money, but JEPY and IWMY lost money today. IWMY lost nearly $1 million. JEPY lost $250,000. IWMY's total profit for the month is $5.7 million, which comes to 55 cents a share, which is pretty damn good. JEPY's total profit on the month is 33 cents a share, which comes to 2.6 million, which is also pretty good. Triple QY's total profit on the month is nearly 7 million, which comes to 42 cents a share. Now we'll look at the dividend estimate. The dividend estimate is 71 cents on Triple QI, 57 cents on JEPY, 95 cents on IWMY, and $2.15 on USOY. Although I don't think it's going to really be that high. Once we have more occurrences come in, I think that's going to keep going down. I do think it'll be a nice dividend, though. All right, so now let's look at these single name yield max stocks. The first one to check out is Tesla. All right, so the yellow boxes those represent strike prices of covered call transactions that Tesla did. Tesla trades Tesla options bullishly. They're doing covered calls, which is a neutral to bullish strategy. So that's why the yellow boxes are above where the market's trading right now. However, the market did close right at the top of the lower yellow box, signifying it's at max profit on that strike price. So the 180 strike is maxed out right now. And there's still 2 days left to go. Now the red boxes, or those represent covered put transactions. A covered put is opposite of a covered call. It's a neutral to slightly bearish strategy. The fund crash is selling those options. Those are still well out of the money. So the fund crash still has plenty of upside on the downside should Tesla turn down and start selling off. Crash is nowhere close to being topped out or capped out, whereas Tesla's a little bit closer relative to crash. Now we'll check at Nvidia. That's the big star of the day. They had earnings. They're trading at $1,000 a share after hours. Actually, $1,007 right now. Post-market trading, that's going to make a hell of a gap tomorrow. So both of their strike prices are maxed out, but that's a good problem to have. It's a first world problem to be maxed out. Their uppermost strike price, that option premium they sold from that, represents an equivalent dividend of 191% a year. That's insane. And the lower of the two strike prices represents 162% dividend. Now, they aren't going to pay 160% dividend this month, but it's going to be higher than it usually is. It'll probably be around 100%, I'm thinking. We'll see. I'll make a more exact estimate when the time comes. Let's look at Coinbase. The high yield fund Coney trades Coinbase options, and you can see they have 3 strikes, and they're all in the money now. They're all maxed out. Coney is capped out right now. They've blown out all their strikes. They've had a hell of a week. They started the week around 205, and they're trading at 231 right now. Nice week, Coney. Now let's look at Mr. The high yield fund Misty trades Mr. options is the reason we look at Mr. The only reason I care about Mr. Okay, so you can see what Mr. did last week. They were tired of getting their strikes blown out. They had 5 strikes last week, and all of them got blown out in one day's action. So they rolled their strike. They rolled just to 1 strike, but they rolled it 15 points, 15% out of the money. Well, you can see within a couple of days, that strike almost got blown out because Mr's so strong lately. Mr's up nearly 10%, but the strike is still safe. Mr's trading at 1647, and the fund Misty won't be capped out until Mr gets above 1820, which is where that strike is, 1830, I think. Okay. All right, well, I think we've looked at everything. I'll be back in the morning with an update. We'll see where we open. We'll look at some charts. I want to show you the buffer report, but the buffer report absolutely sucks on the phone. I don't know how influencers do reports on the phone. The phone absolutely sucks. Spreadsheets on the phone are terrible. The charts on the buffer report are almost illegible. I would have to make a special buffer report just for the phone, and I'd have to make different allowances. In any event, hopefully the computer will be fixed by tomorrow or the next day. We'll see. All right, have a good one.